Hello, everyone. It's 1:15 a.m. Caught myself, p.m. in the afternoon. Um, so just a minute ago, the moment I stepped outside, there was a black older model. I don't think it was a Chrysler. I don't know if it was a Chrysler or Dodge Caravan or Grand Caravan. That's what it looked like. That was waiting for me and then backed out and pulled off. Once I stepped outside. Excuse me. So it was extremely hot earlier, right before the library opened, and it's not as hot now because the it's not as hot right now because the clouds are covering the sun, I guess, But I could be minding my business, and excuse me, sometimes it will happen off camera, and 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 you know, and then I can only catch the aftermath and explain in a video in the aftermath of a certain situation of a perp doing something to me. So me bending over, my organs are squeezing. My legs are itching, so I was trying to scratch my legs. Ow. But hold up. Oh, they're squeezing my organs. Well, I guess it's bad enough that they're squeezing my organs, and all I gotta do is just be sitting down like normal. But there's something, I don't know if it should be considered major or minor, that was mentally bothering me last night. That if I were to talk about it or go into detail or explain, the person would get more messy. So I don't know if I'll hold off on talking about it or just won't talk about it at all. But I wish I can talk about it because it's bothering my mind. But but I don't remember every detail or everything that happened with the perp activity, of different things. But I've been basically, I guess, calling all the perps fake, crusty, dusty, rusty, musty, raggedy bastards, you know. Because, like, people try to compare the narcissistic abusers to the gang stalkers and say that the tactics are, like, very parallel, you know. So, I'm like, how do you deal with being sick and tired of something and fed up with something? Fed up, sick and tired, and fed up with going through something, and a problem that you have that you're sick and tired of going through, but the agonizing part is the problems will not go away, and they're there to stay until the day you die. and you just have to deal with psychological, mental, and emotional constant frustration and exhaustion all day, every day, 24/7 without a break. So, like, they had a young white male perp that was illegally planted there in advance before I got there. And he had like an older model brown Malibu. That's what it looked like, Chevy Malibu. And he was purple with a white shirt and red and white shorts. And then it seemed like he was babysitting me, you know, and illegally surveilling me, like between, I think maybe for like two or 2.5 hours. And they had this fake couple on the other bench. I was able to smell it, like weed for like 3 or 4 whole hours without a break. I'm like, so wow, they're trained smoking weed for hours nonstop, and they were also illegally planted there before I got there, you know. And like, who the hell can just train smoke weed for hours? And for me to just be forced to have to smell it for hours, like 3 or 4 hours with no break in between, no free air to breathe, nothing, you know. And they got a lot of perps illegally passing by with their arm out the window, elbow out the window, and out in traffic over there across the street. So, excuse me. I got absolutely no sleep last night, but well, I guess I started last night, but continued throughout the middle of the night and listened to some of my Christian songs, you know. And I got no sleep last night at all. My anxiety was really high, and I just couldn't wait for those weed smoking perp bastards to leave. Now, I think it was about 4:30 this morning. They had an elderly black man that looked like he could have been in his 60s, and he walked towards me and approached me almost like he was gonna try to sit on the same bench where I was sitting at. And I freaked out, you know, trying to be me being hyper vigilant and everything. He was purple with a lot of red shirt and black shorts, like Masonic fake red and black combination. And I think he had red and black shoes. And, you know, when I freaked out when he came and walked close to me and approached me, and I'm like, you know, please get away, please get away. And then he said something about, you know, I think he said something like, I forgot whether he said, I'll knock your fucking brains out, or he said something about, you make somebody want to knock your fucking brains out, or something like that he said. But, you know, I don't know what the hell he wanted, but if you're a man, I'm a woman, I don't fucking know you, in the middle of the night, you don't have any reason to try to approach me and tell me nothing. I told y'all about a week or so ago about that perp, also perping with the red shirt, that grabbed his genitals, well, you know, grabbed his crotch and was running towards me and try to do me something. And I stood up to him and, you know, blew him off or whatever. And then he tried to pretend like he was a church-going, God-fearing Christian or whatever. I don't remember exactly, but if I would have put the camera on them, they probably would have knocked the camera out of my hand or broke my wrist or attacked me or maybe even threw me in the river or done something to me. And it's like these guys will try to sexually make sexual advances or be perverse or do something to you, and then you don't have a right to defend yourself or have your guard up. You get treated like you don't have a right to have your guard up or defend yourself. You know, and I don't have I get considered crazy or out of my fucking mind for being like hyper vigilant, you know. But then if they catch me off guard and take advantage or harm me in some kind of way, I get victim blamed by society and scarred for years and never able to really recover or get over psychologically, mentally, or emotionally get over, you know, whatever attack that they've done to me, you know. So then, you know, the first gang stalking perp walk video where I showed y'all what happened and everything was caught on camera, except the perp that brushed up against me. Well, actually, I figured, well, okay, I'm on Canal Street, time to start filming and recording now. And then, you know, and then that's when the perp caught me off guard. It was a guy like almost as short as me, and he was homeless with a backpack and brushed up against me on purpose, and ignored me and kept walking, and he didn't say excuse me or nothing. Like, and then like last night, I think it was, I was walking to that little spot area that I sit at, and there was open, empty space. And they had a black guy that was, you know, obviously a perp. And this idiot he tries to walk towards me and trying to walk into me rather than keeping a distance and keeping a distance or walking like towards a different direction. But no, it's like he deliberately, and it looked like he had his eyes, you know, on me, and he wanted to walk into me. I had to hurry up and at the last minute, you know, kind of run away and run to the side to avoid him trying to bump into me deliberately and on purpose, you know. And it's like a lot of the gang stalking cult members, you know, I've seen it with other TI videos too. It seems like the gang stalkers, they not just come to look for trouble. I mean, they don't just come look for trouble. They are determined for trouble in a fight. Militantly determined for trouble in a fight, you know. And then we targets get blamed each and every time. Every time. We never right. It's like the stalking cult members always get defended. You know. But I'm letting y'all know, you know, I did not do laundry today because I was too sleep deprived and tired. And I started to doze off a little bit at the bus stop and even on the bus. And even later this morning, I started to doze off. And now I cannot sleep for shit. I can't sleep for anything in the world. But I'm still tired and sleep deprived. Excuse me. Even last night, my legs were skinny like a chicken. But like this afternoon, right now, they're back to swelling again. Oh, my legs were so skinny. Yes, last night they were very skinny. Now they're trying to blow up like a balloon, and my legs hurt. And you know, I think it was in the middle of the night. Fake damnesia. you know, sent me fake harassing, emails and stuff. And a lot of the time, I mean, the emails are so graphic and offensive that, I have tried to post their fake harassing comments on TikTok or whatever before multiple times, and people start unfollowing and subscribing. I mean, unfollowing and blocking me in droves. I'm like, wait a minute. This is crazy messages that they're sending to me. And I even explain in the description box, they don't read it, and they just see the fake offensive messages and think I'm crazy and start blocking me. But if I were to repost the filthy, disgusting emails that they send to me if I were to post that on YouTube, what would happen is I would be the one to get the community violation. And it's like, I don't know how they think up to sound like as crazy and deranged and nonsensical as possible. Like, fake Damnesia sent me a fake harassing email like a couple of weeks ago, acting like as if he wanted to fake invite me to this satanic ritual sex church or whatever weirdness. And they really talk like they delusionally believe that I'm some sex slave, and then they get defensive and mad when I say that y'all some sex traffickers. But then they'll be like, nobody wants you. Yeah, you're trying to gaslight. Well, if you didn't want me, why the hell? Boom! That's a B. Like, why you up 3-4 o'clock in the morning, like, make a sexual, these gang stalking satanic cult members, these gang stalking satanic cult members, they are, do y'all know that the gang stalkers, they're not only sexually perverted, but they are sexual deviants. How do you talk about how I should conduct myself and my behavior in public or whatever, or around people, but behind closed doors, you a sexual deviant. You a sexual deviant. And y'all trying to falsely paint me as crazy and say I need my medication, when behind closed doors, like, y'all talk about sick stuff like raping people's turds and stuff, like raping people's like molded doo-doo or poop or whatever, or stuff that I don't even think of, and stuff that would abhor or gross me out. I mean, stuff that I would abhor. And it's like shockingly offensive. So, I have screenshots of their craziness. And they'll do it any and all times of the morning, noon, night, overnight, whatever. Go to fucking bed, perps. Go home. And as I said, y'all have seen evidence that they plant and send perps in person to come and do things to me. And so, well, for the past couple of weeks, I've been suffering athlete's foot kind of pretty bad. And when I'm in the hotel room, it's the worst. That my toes end up, they end up cracking and they end up cracking and bleeding, and feel like my toes are trying to tear apart, or it feels like my toes are tearing apart. You know, and I have the coconut oil. I have an unopened jar of coconut oil in my bag, but my fear is, the coconut oil getting messy and being all over the place. And also another fear is, clogging up hotel room drains, so like bathtub drains and stuff. But I don't want to be using stuff like, the medicated over the counter stuff, or whatever. I wish I could just heal it naturally. I have the coconut oil, that can heal it. I even, took a detox bath in the hotel. The last of I already told y'all the other day what I used, the bentonite clay and, and the apple cider vinegar. I didn't have, I would keep forgetting to buy like baking soda and stuff, And I haven't had Epsom salt in my detox bath in a long time. But I've been using the Himalayan pink salt. But I have not, I missed the Epsom salt bath, but they don't have those cheap dollar or 88 cents cartons of Epsom salt anymore. Now they have the big, huge bags of like Dr. Teal's that's fake, and they don't even relax you or help you sleep anymore. Even the artificial fake lavender scent, so, like a lot of people say Dr. Teal's is not real, Dr. Teal's is fake. But like the bags of the Epsom salt, like I can't find the smaller cartons for like $1 anymore. Like they be having these big bags of the Epsom salt, and it's difficult for me to like carry it around with my stuff that I have. But also, I don't remember if it was once I got these shoes. Well, I see a perk with the silver car in one headlight. I got these shoes like May 4th. They were given to me. And I don't remember if it was then or if it was like on May 4th, or was it once I got arrested on the 9th. I don't remember when I started having foot problems with my right foot. And it's like the foot pain is mainly my right foot, and it's only when I'm out on the streets. Now, I've been dealing with certain aches and pains or whatever that, I don't know if it's the directed energy weapons, but certain pains I feel while I'm in the hotel room, and I feel different types of attacks and pains when I'm on the streets. But all morning this morning, like in my right back rib cage, I've been feeling like Charlie horse kind of pain all morning. Or sometimes they will like, imagine have like a Charlie horse kind of pain with every area or all, your whole entire body. So I was going to have one thing for dinner tonight, but I have change of plans because I found out about something else. So I hope to pursue that. And I have enough funds for dinner tonight. Thanks, y'all, for the help and support. So I worked on that little blog this morning. It didn't take long. But I have not worked on any novel writing today because of being so sleep deprived and tired. I don't know if I might be able to later, But yeah, tomorrow I'm only getting $150.12 with the AdSense. And I have other obligations and other things that I need. So I may not have end up having enough funds left over, enough for a hotel night, but if I can't get to afford a hotel night, at least I can be able to get to eat decent, you know. Maybe eat decent for a few days, or I mean, not a few days, but a couple of days, because there are some things that I need more of. I thought I needed more trash bags, but I don't. But I'm gonna need more soap and more batteries, and I forgot what else I'm gonna need. But I mean, I may or may not get to have enough for a hotel night for tomorrow. But since I didn't do laundry today, and I need to do laundry. Since I didn't do laundry today, I, um, you know, I'm gonna have enough for dinner tonight, but I'm not sure if I might have enough, just enough for breakfast tomorrow, and maybe a little for bus fare. I don't know, but yeah. So I guess I gotta change the plans of what I intended on having for dinner. But yeah. So I'm feeling agitated and annoyed because my hoodie is dirty as well. And even though it's warm, I always keep my hoodie on and I'm always cold. So I can't wait to get my laundry done and get my clothes washed. And then, you know, and then I can feel comfortable with the hoodie again. But yeah, since with my toes feeling like they're splitting, maybe I should just say darn it and just go ahead and freaking just put the coconut oil on my feet, or rub my toes with it or whatever. And the oil getting all over the place, you know. Oh, see, I'm just standing up right now and my right foot is hurting. Oh, I gotta go inside because of getting overheated. But I've been having to walk slow. I didn't realize there was someone on the phone. So I've been having to walk slow. I can't walk like normal. I can't go swimming, you know. And so I'm going to get off here. I'm sitting here feeling like everybody's mad at me and hate me. Or I'm feeling anxiety and fear about people turning against me and stuff, you know. But I won't be able to live stream this afternoon, but I don't know if I'll get to tonight. But I live streamed last night and the stalkers were illegally blocking my supporters from talking to me, you know. So I love y'all. I'm going back inside where it's cool. I'll see y'all later.